Yes, this is the start of 11.6. We're doing volumes of pyramids. And so on the little video part, you should be able to see that our equation for volume of a pyramid is 1/3 base times height. And B is the area of the base, and H is the height. Now, that base times height should look familiar because when we're doing the rectangular prisms as well as the cylinders, they are all just base times height. So really the same formula, we're just tacking on the 1/3. Okay, so you'll see the first 3 examples, and then I wrote on my paper, but instead of trying to draw them the way they look, I just drew the base. I just drew what the base looked like for each one, and then I also wrote what the height was. So let's do this video full screen. So the first one had a triangle base, and it told me that I had a 90-degree angle right here, so it was a right triangle, which means this is the height, this is the base of my triangle. I want to find the area of the triangle. The area is going to be 1/2 base times height. So my B is going to be 1/2 16 times 9. So calculate it out. 0.5 times 16 times 9. 72. My base is 72. And then to find the area, sorry, I put A. My apologies. We're finding volume, not area. Volume, or V, on the volume, we're going to do 1/3 times the base, which I just found is 72, times the height, which they tell me is 10. Now, I just wrote down height is 10. So you saw on the previous screen, then they give you all those dimensions. So I'll put this now in my calculator. So 1/3, 72, 10, 240. Now we're doing volume, so these are all in meters. So because it's volume is 3-dimensional. This is meters cubed. Okay. No, it's really dark. I'm not sure why. All right, let's move on to the next one. So this one has a square base. So for a square, the area of the base is just going to be this times itself, or the side squared. So what is 13 squared? 169. So my volume is going to be 1/3, 1/3 times the area of the base times the height, which is 15. And so I'll type that in. 1/3, 169, 15. And my volume is 845. It's in inches, so that's inches cubed. Okay. Last example. Over here, I have a rectangular base. Okay, so I'm not B for this one. My base here is going to be base times height, so 4 times 7. 4 times 7 is 28. Okay. My volume is going to be 1/3, that number right there, 28, times the height, which is 9. Let's plug this into my calculator. 1/3, 28, 9. 84. My volume, 84 and then it's cubic feet. All right, so that's how we do the first three. Let's look at these next couple. It says a pyramid with a square base. So as I read this off, I'm going to write down and say, and I'm going to do this for each of these. Number 4, it says I have a pyramid with a square base. And it tells me the volume is 60 cubic feet. Oops, sorry, the volume is 320 cubic centimeters. I was reading number 5. Let's see here. And has a height of 15 centimeters. I need to find the side length. Number 4. I'll wait for the video right now, but I'll teach you in 15 seconds. For number 5, I have a rectangular base. The volume is 60 cubic feet. The height is 6. This says the width of the rectangular base is 4. I'm trying to find the length. And then 6. We have a triangle base. The base of the volume. Volume of 80 cubic meters. And it says base area is 20 square meters. So this pyramid is 20 square meters. What is the height? All right. Let's switch over. Try to do these. Number 4. Equation, volume equation. Volume equals 1/3 base times height. Okay. Well, I know volume is 320. I don't know what the base is yet, but I know that the height is 15. Well, 15 times 1/3 is just 5. So if I divide both sides by 5, I'll get B equals okay. 320 divided by 5 comes out to 64. Okay. So my base is 64. Now x, they're asking me for one side of my square. Well, to find out what x is, I know that this right here is x, this right here is also x. So that 64 is equal to x times x, or x squared. So to find out what x is, I just take the square root of 64. The square root of 64 is 8. Because my volume's in cubic centimeters, I know that x is going to be in centimeters per centimeters. Number 5, they tell me there's my volume. They give me my height, and they give me part of the base. So let's plug in. Again, our volume formula is right here. So my volume's 60, and that equals 1/3 base times height. Well, remember, base is going to be this number times this number, 4 times x. So I'm just going to plug that in. 60 equals 1/3, 4 times x times 6. So let's plug those in. 1/3 times 4 times 6. 1/3 times 4 times 6, 8. So I get 60 equals 8x. Divide by 8. 60 divided by 8, 7.5. So I get x equals 7.5, and we're in feet. Move on to number 6. This time, they give me the whole area of the base, okay? So when I do my volume, so I'll say my volume is 80 equals 1/3. I don't have to put b there. I know it's just 20. Well, the only thing I don't know is the height. And I want to find the height. So I'm going to say, okay, well, 20 times 1/3, that's going to come out to be a decimal. So I'm just going to leave it 80 equals 20 over 3 times h. And then I'm going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal. 3 over 20. I know that's still going to come out to be a never-ending decimal, most likely, but at least actually no, this will. So we'll take 3 divided by 20 times 80, and there we go. Our height is 12 meters. One type of problem left to go. All right, so it says these are similar. Okay, so I'm going to show you the form of these. These are actually quite simple, but they do have a little bit of a catch to them. So, here's number 7. We have the height of A is 15. The height of B is 6. Volume of A is 500. Volume of B is 9. Over here for number 8, I have the, they're giving me a side. It's kind of hard to tell what that 4 and 16 are. I'm going to call it height, but I'm not completely sure what it is, but this would really matter in my problem. HA is 4, VA is 16, HB is 16, VE, okay. So this is what I have. So I have the height and volume of pyramid A, height and volume of pyramid B. So they're similar, so that this right here is a ratio that I need. So I'm going to put always the smallest one on top. So I'm going to say HB over AH, A in this case. Okay. And normally I'd have a ratio equals ratio. And that's kind of true here. VB over VA. The problem is this is a one-dimensional measurement. This is a three-dimensional measurement. So to go from one dimension to 3, these are inches. This one is in cubic inches. To go from this to this, what I have to do is cube that. Okay. So let's see what that looks like. What's my HB? 6 over 15. We're going to cube that, and that's going to equal the volume of B, which is what I'm trying to find out, over the volume of A, which is 500. Say, okay, well, I can plug this in my calculator and then multiply everything by 500, and that will give me BB, so times 500 for both sides. Throw my calculator. in parentheses, 6 divided by 15 cubed, and then multiplying by 500. And I come up with 32 cubic inches. Okay, so a lot smaller than if I would have treated it like a normal ratio. Same thing here. Because the A is smaller, I'm going to put the A on top. It really doesn't matter, other than the fact that it makes it easier to solve that way. So I guess it doesn't matter a little bit. So H sub A, H sub B, cube it, and that's going to equal 16 over B sub B. Okay. And here my B sub B is on the bottom. Well, I just said I didn't want that, so I'm going to flip them. Sorry. So I really want that to be on the top, so that all I have to do is multiply both sides by 16. So let's put H of B on the top. So I'm actually going larger on the top. B sub B, 16. I'm allowed to do that just so long as I flip both of them. Okay. So now I'm going to plug in. I'm supposed to put B sub A. 16. B sub A. All right, here we go. So my HA is 4. My HB is 16. My B sub B, my volume of B, I don't know. And it's over a volume of A, which is 16. I'm going to multiply both sides by that 16 so they cancel out. And then that will give me my volume of B. So 16 times 4 divided by 16. Make sure I put the cube on there. And I get, tells me 0.25. Hold on a second. All right, so I made a mistake because I got 0.25 as an answer, and my mistake was right here. So I wrote this down correctly. I just didn't plug into them correctly. So maybe try to read. My H sub B is 16. That's where I made a mistake. I plugged it in the wrong spot, 16. Over my H of A is 4. I need to cube that. My B sub B, I don't know. My B sub A is 16. There we go. Now I can multiply both sides by 16. Now the 16 is on top. So I'm going to re-plug this in my calculator. I need to change it so that it's 16 divided by 4. And there we go. I get a B sub B of 1,240. And this is all in millimeters cubed. There we go. A lot of confusion there. That is the end of 11.6.